Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm about to go to a church rummage sale. There's actually a community sale and a neighborhood sale today as well. Unfortunately, it is pouring the rain and it's not supposed to stop. And the neighborhood sale happens every year. I don't even know if I've ever found anything at this one, so I'm not even going to bother going to that one. But the other community sale, it's in a really small city. Never been there, always wanted to try it, so I may go there after the rummage sale. Probably not going to be a lot of houses to begin with, and with the rain, I don't expect much, but what else am I going to do, right? I might as well go check it out. The church rummage sale, a couple of years ago, I was at this one, and it was really good. With it raining, maybe I won't have to stand outside. Maybe there won't be as many people lining up, but I expect to probably have to stand in line for 30 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, anyway. So I'm probably going to get wet, but I'll probably hit Goodwill, Salvation Army too. Depending on the day, I may run to another Goodwill and restore. Garage sale season this year has been not good for me with the bad weather, cold rain every time, and the fact that I didn't have a car for 5 of the best community sales of the year. It's not going too well this year. There's still some community sales. There's still plenty of time left. So we're going to hopefully get some big scores this year and make some money, but let's get going. So I think it's already open. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm going to go up there.
I'll let you in.
Thank you. So I finally made it into the community sale. I don't know where some of my footage for this is, just did not see it there. And I've already looked at the electronics section and picked up a phone. Thought I was recording that, not sure what happened to it. But anyway, I'm going into the main part here now, and figured I'll stop at the clothing first, see if there's any vintage clothing. See some hats up at the top there, and trying to see if there's any vintage hats or good sports hats. I'm not really seeing any, and I didn't want to get in that guy's way. There's a lot of women's clothing, but they're the kind of women's clothing that's not really worth it. At least I think. I'm no women's clothing expert, but there's a lot of like scrubs for nurses, and just no t-shirts that I'm looking for, the old t-shirts with nice graphics, stuff like that. Ties, no name brand ties. Nice looking stool there, don't need it though. And the tables, just the typical rummage sale junk that you see. I'm sure there's some treasure in there that I did not recognize. I know, even though I'm consider myself a pretty knowledgeable reseller, there's plenty I don't know. It's one of the great things about reselling is I'm always learning new stuff. There's people I see all the time. That old lady, she's always looking for puzzles. But she won't take puzzles over 1,000 pieces because they won't fit on her table. But she found a nice score for herself there. I think they were all used. And yeah, I'm over here. I spot the books and trying to get through the people. It's hard to record. I apologize for the poor recording footage. But when there's so many people in the sale, and I'm trying not to get their faces too much, and I'm trying to see and buy stuff myself, it could be kind of a chore. But yeah, no good church books here, no $200 Bible sets like last year. And I see some Matlock DVDs, which interest me. Maybe they sell well on eBay. So I ended up looking those up and actually ended up purchasing those. And yeah, I see some of like the cookware over there. I know a lot of cast iron does well. I've never found any good cast iron, and the shoes here just weren't that good either. So here's what I got in the rummage sale. Nothing too great. First thing is this Next Play. It's one of those portable DVD players. Had the charger. Had $3 on it. It's in good condition. If it works and everything, I should get 25, 30 bucks for it, I think. I got this Clarity phone. Clarity is a good brand to buy. And this is just the phone with a extra handset, basically. Paid $2 for it. Unfortunately, it's not worth a lot of money. This model specifically, I'll probably sell this maybe 12 bucks. It's actually light, so it'll probably ship first class. course, I didn't look any of this up before I bought it. I probably wouldn't have bought that, honestly, if I looked it up, but I didn't have time. I just was grabbing stuff. There's a lot of people in there. And then I got these Matlock DVD set. Hopefully they're all in there. Some of them I think might be new, like this one. But anyway, I did open a couple of them, and they were all in there and in good condition, so I assume the rest of them are. They're 50 cents a piece. So I got $4.50 in these. It looked like I'll be able to sell these for about $30, it looks like, used on eBay. So I'm going to make a little bit of money from going in there, but nothing like last year. Dustin was with me, and I remember he got like a Game Boy and a camera that was worth about $80, and I got some combo units that was about $300 worth of combo units and stuff. It was a pretty good sale, but unfortunately today it was not. So water is leaking in on the door that was recently hit. This is annoying. Last time it rained I looked because I was wondering if it was going to leak or something. It did not, so I don't know why it's leaking now. Maybe it's just rained more and it's leaking. That's unfortunate. I still got to go to the body shop and get the dent in the door repaired, and insurance claim is open, so hopefully I can just get this repaired too with the insurance claim. It's already started because this whole thing has just been really annoying. I drive over to the community sales, even though I'm kind of like an hour late at this point. There's a bag, I forget the brand, but they wanted $50 for that. Some of their stuff was priced pretty high. There's this like Cobra jacket. I'm not even sure what that was for. Some sort of racing thing. I believe that was in the 20s. And some electronics over here. There's a faucet. I think it was $10. Wasn't too familiar with this brand. I looked it up. Couldn't find any comps. Probably was worth $10. I just decided to leave it because I thought it might just be a slow seller. There's a Sony system for $50. It was pretty nice, but it's just really big, and I'm not looking to mess with that, and I'm definitely not looking to spend $50 on it. Clothing was cheap, 50 cents, I think, for clothing, and shoes were $2. Just did not see any really good ones. Most of it was women's and children's clothing. Still raining, so I wasn't sure how this community sale was going to turn out. There's some toys. I always get excited now when I see toys because there's Jurassic World figure possibilities. And I honestly, one of my goals, like I stated early in the year, I want to find at least one Jurassic World or Jurassic Park figure out in the wild at garage sales, yard sales, rummage sales, etc. So I get to this sale, and there's a couple cameras I spotted, and I was pretty excited with this Ricoh camera because I know some of these can go for really big money. Like we're talking $800+ all kinds of good money in these cameras. Unfortunately, there's also lower end models, and this one's one of the lower end models. This is like $10-20 max, and the camera itself was kind of scratched and beat up when I looked at it. And I did look up both of these before I left. The Canon SureShot was in a bit better condition, had the case and the original box, so it was $3. I decided to go ahead and pick up the Canon SureShot. Just really disappointing about the Ricoh one. Never actually, I don't know if I've ever seen any of those out in the wild. Here at this sale, they got everything with colored stickers on it, a little price chart. I like when sales do that. I think that's a smart way to do a yard sale. Probably what I will do if I ever have one to sell my random junk. Here is a router. Routers and modems, they can sell pretty good depending on the model. That one wasn't that great of a model. I think it was $5, so I didn't want to mess with it. The surfboards do pretty well if you find those. Dual bands, any kind of multiple band ones tend to do well. There's a bit of glassware there. Here at this sale now, this guy only had one table, and sometimes I like that. I thought was a PSP and some games there for $2. It was just a bunch of crap games. There's a Panasonic phone there for $5, had the LCD screens. I ended up picking that up. And some paintball guns, but he wanted $75 a piece for them, so some of his stuff was marked up a bit, but those phones were definitely a good deal in the end. And the Chewbacca things, I don't know what they even were. Over at this sale, I spot a free bin. I love digging through these. I always find good stuff in free bins. I mean, a lot of times it is junk. There's a dinosaur. I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to find a Jurassic World for free? That would be amazing. That would just fit this channel perfectly. Fortunately, didn't find anything. Some board games over here, Duck Dynasty, just not a good seller. They're all used, nothing really good. Spot a bin of Nerf guns here, and some people may have bought these, and I wouldn't blame them. They weren't the highest end of Nerf guns, and I'm just not trying to deal with the bulk that they are right now for little profits. So I'm looking for more high-end ones, but I do spot these magazines for $1. And I've sold magazines in the past on Amazon, not Amazon, eBay, and they sell pretty well. So I ended up leaving the actual Nerf guns. They were like, one was $3, one was $5, I believe. Let me know if you would have picked these up. I'm definitely not a Nerf gun expert, but I do look for guns that sell for at least for like $40, $50. There's a bin of toys, couldn't find anything in there. There's some sealed brand new speakers. I looked up this model, they wanted $10. They just weren't selling, so unfortunately I had to leave them. I thought they were going to be pretty good in the end. Over here, just some random junk. There's a phone that was sealed I was thinking about buying, but then when I picked it up, I noticed the plastic was all broken up, so I left that. Starting to fill up the car a little bit here. Sales aren't going too bad, mostly just bread and butter stuff. I'm going to keep going to keep finding sales, so I'm not going to stop. So at every community sale you see this, people grilling out and selling like hamburgers and cheeseburgers. Isn't that illegal? Don't you have to have like a food license to sell food? I don't know the actual law on that. It's always like, where'd you get your beef, man? I don't know if I want to spend money on a garage sale meal and die from salmonella or something. But I'm looking through these plushes, looking for some good ones. I've been learning a lot about plushes recently, and I'm keeping an eye out for a lot of them. Spot this Fujifilm sealed VHS tape for 50 cents, so I picked that up. I bundle these and sell them. I mention it all the time. Just unfortunately, nothing really else here. And these are not all the sales I went to. I went to probably over 20 sales, and of course I can't record them all. My phone would die and this video would be too long, so keep that in mind. But overall, it turned out to be a pretty good day. So I decided to stop and relax here by the water. It's just a nice day. I think I'll just sit out here for a bit before it starts raining again and take in some of the scenery. So I'm back home, and here's the garage sale haul. It's nothing spectacular, but it's pretty good. Let me show you what I got. Here I got this RCA anti-skip CD player. They had $5 on it. I asked her if she'd take 3. She said, I'll meet you in the middle and I'll take 4. So I didn't really pay $4 for it. I typically get these for $1 or $2, and the RCA ones just don't sell too well. Like, I'll probably try to get $15 for this. It should ship free, or not free. It'll ship first class. The headphones, I don't know. They're not going to make it go over. Yeah, so I'll make a little bit of money. Then right here is a really good pickup, I believe, anyway. These are selling used on Amazon for $95. I did not check on eBay what they're selling for. If they are in good physical condition, and I'll replace the batteries in them and test them and everything, and then I might sell them on Amazon. So I think even on eBay they're going to be worth something. But $5 for them, so pretty good pickup there. They got the LCD color screen, so when I seen that, trying not to pick up too many just phones because I never do anything with them. I just have literally piles of phones, and a lot of them, they're not worth a whole lot of money, but there are some sets that are. This is one of those sets. Here's a Fujifilm. Picked this up for 50 cents. I'll bundle it. I have others like that. Nerf guns. I decided to pick up this lot of magazines. The longer ones, I remember, are better. I sold like 5 I got for 10 cents last year, recently for like 20 bucks. I don't remember if they were these long ones or not. However, for $1, I think I'm going to make some money. I'll sell these for $15, $20. I'm not sure exactly. Then there was an estate sale going on, and I ended up finding this camera. Actually, this camera bag that it came in is pretty nice. Had $20 they wanted for it, but I said, I'll pass on that, thank you. And then a few seconds later, she said, well, would you like to make an offer on it? And I said, it's an older camera. I would do a maximum 10. So she went and talked to some lady, and they gave it to me for $10. It is a Pentax Super program. I looked it up, and they seem to be selling pretty okay. 60 or some sold for $60 to $80. I think with this lens, and there's like the case here that goes on it, but that's like falling apart. You can see the leather is just breaking apart. I probably won't even try to sell that with it. Then there's some like filter. Oh no, this is the flash. It's got the paperwork and everything, so I think I'll do all right. Now I have to figure out I am not too knowledgeable when it comes to cameras. I've sold Pentax like this before and other cameras. Usually, if they fire, they're good. This one does take a battery, so I think I need to put a battery in it for it to fire, I believe. At $10, I was comfortable buying it because I figure I can at least get my money back selling it as for parts. Probably even make a little bit of money. I don't know where this came from. This was just in a bag. So I must have accidentally picked it up when I picked up stuff off a table. I don't know. Picked up this Wii Sports. They had $5 on it. I got it for $2, which I actually asked if they would take 3. And she said yes, and then I guess she thought I said 2. So I got it for $2. These sell $15–20. This one, the Nintendo Select, at least it used to. I'm assuming it still sells for that. Same sale. I got these books, some pretty good books here. These are some sort of religious type book. There's volume 1 and 2 here. These sell on Amazon. 20. What was it? I think it was $20 some. I remember being able to make $15 a piece at least on them, so there's $30 profit. And these are even more interesting. Order of Christian Funerals. This book, now it was weird because when I looked it up, it had this symbol, but it had with cremation, right? Then there's this one with this symbol, but that's there instead of here. So I don't know. They're selling like new. This one is new. It's still in the plastic. $45 on Amazon, and this one selling for, I believe, 38-ish on Amazon. There's some writing in there. I didn't really look through these too much, but other than that, I can. I'll probably end up selling them on eBay, honestly, because I did look it up on eBay, and it does look like they're selling like $25, $35. So either way, I paid 50 cents a piece for these books. There's probably at least $60 profit in these 4 books for me. So pretty happy about that. Rummage sale. You've seen the Matlock here. While I was waiting for some food to finish, I did check. All of these are complete. So that's good. The Clarity phone. Yeah, I got this at a garage sale. This was actually free. I pulled it out. It didn't have the cord here, and I didn't look it up. And I just said, I know you got $1 on this, but would you take 50 cents? It doesn't have the cord. And she just said, you can just have it. So I took it. This is a bedside alarm clock phone. It is not a radio as well, but I did find one similar to this. It just wasn't the right model. I couldn't find this model at all, and it sold for like $25. So, yeah, I mean, nothing great, but really don't have anything into it. Most of the stuff today I did not look up. I just kind of grabbed. Here is a Cobra laser detector. I was hoping this would be at least $15. Pleasantly surprised to see one sold for $24.99 and another one like $20 and something after shipping. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good buy for $2. Grab this TomTom too, mostly because it had the cable. This is an XL. I seen one of these sold for $24.99 as well. So, no, I take that back. This did not sell for $24.99. It sold for $18. I think there was another one that might have sold in the 20s, but it had like a stand that went with it. Anyway, $2. There's some money to be made on that. And then finally, I picked up this Canon camera here. This is a Canon Sure Shot, still in the box. Still has the cases and everything. There's some filters that go with it. Paperwork. This was $3, and one of these sold on eBay for Actually, some gunk. Is that battery? Ew, what is that? Battery exploding that thing, more than likely. Oh, actually, it don't look too bad. I don't know what that is. Just something leaked on it or something. Here's a battery. Anyway, yeah, I seen one sold for $40 on eBay, and I think I'll probably get at least that. So, unless I'm missing something, it was a quick lookup. This is something I did look up while I was there. I just seen that one that sold. But this one has the box and everything, so maybe I'll get more. Who knows? So profit-wise, in the end, if I can get all this sold and get what I'm wanting, it's going to be $250, $300 profit. Glad I ended up going to that community sale. It was a really nice area. Hit about 25, 30 sales. So that's going to do it for the video, though. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Be subscribed. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.